Men are not prisoners of fate, but prisoners of their own mind. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Once again, they have found some reason to FUD us out. They have found another reason to continue to drive down the Bitcoin price, which also brings down all the altcoin prices. I mean, we're not looking at some major losses today, but I seen like 2% of red on Bitcoin this morning right before I hopped on here. So let's get down here and get over to CoinMarketCap, see what's going on. Stop looking at myself. And let's refresh this because it's changing every second. Unfortunately, Samantha is not here with us today joining in the chat. Once again, she has to punch that 9 to 5, but don't worry, she's working on getting there on her own and not having to punch that 9 to 5. Slow but sure, right? All right, so let me see. What do we got? Well, we got a market cap that's still under $300 billion. I mean, definitely telling me that the market's down. We got a trading volume that's about $13 billion. I mean, no big deal there. And we got BTC dominance, which has been up since we've had the decline, coming in at 40% even right now. So, I mean, I ain't got no complaints with that whatsoever. Let me see. We got Bitcoin price, 6,700. That's really not that bad. I mean, it's down 1% at the moment. So it looks like it picked back up a little bit. I mean, you know, everyone's still trying to figure out which way this is going to break. If we're going to break to the upside, break to the downside. I mean, I keep just coming back to, you know, I'm grateful for the run up last year. You know, I did take some profits, and because of that profits, I was actually able to stop working the 9 to 5, because right now I'd probably be at work punching the time clock. And because of that, I was able to free myself up a little bit to be able to hop out and do my own thing, creating, you know, some money, because I'm not necessarily relying on that paycheck. And that's amazing. So, I mean, cryptocurrency isn't going nowhere. It still has amazing values. You got to collect it when it's down, right? All right, so Ethereum, other side of $500, big plus there, right? $528, that's down only 1.6%. Not too bad, right? I mean, 5% is standard day trading, so you could see this turnaround any minute, any second. We got Ripple coming in at 53.6 cents, down 2.44%. We got Bitcoin Cash hanging out $883. That's down 2.4% as well. EOS, we're going to be talking about that one in a moment. A couple things I don't necessarily like, but hey, they are what they are. $10.44, that's down 2.6%. Litecoin coming in at $97.95, that's down 1.9%. Not too bad there either. Stellar Lumas, 23 cents, down 1.2%. Cardano, 16 cents. Ooh, down 3.75%, which is kind of hurting the most out of everybody here in the top 10. Let's see. We got to take a look at Steam. Steam back dollar. I got a payout coming in today, so of course it's probably crap. Is it dropping on the list? All right, $1.59, down 3.8%, of course. And let's see, what do we got going on with the Steam back dollar? Down 5% at the moment, coming in at $1.25. If we're using this as our metrics to tell us whether or not the altcoin, you know, bubble is inflated or deflating and what's happening with that, we're still a quarter over a buck. So we got a ways to go. Let me see. Flip on over here. Hey, we got some people hanging out in the chat. That is awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I see the Rickest Rick. Hey, buddy. Awesome. I seen your comment. Not trying to troll nobody. I got JT Irving. He's out here all the time. And Paul, awesome to see you. I see Bitcoin Crypto Education. Good morning. I finally found the chat. Yes, buddy. I seen you had been messing around trying to message me. I didn't know how much more clear I could be than the YouTube chat is where I'm taking people. Really doing live Q&As on Saturday. Always working on that. Samantha's guaranteed to join me for that one. Can't guarantee the days during the week. You know, they float her schedule around. You work what the man tells you to when you're doing that. All right, so what do we got going on with the price? I mean, the price, the news. Forget the price. That's garbage lately. Oh, great coffee, though. All right, we got BitHum. I mean, everyone's talking about it. You probably all heard it last night. Sorry I wasn't able to get out here and do a video yesterday. My son Eugene had some things that need to be taken care of in the morning. And, of course, family comes first overall. So let me see. BitHum, 6th largest exchange in the world. I mean, they got hacked. $30 million, kind of acting like it's chump change, saying that they're going to pull it out of their own pocket to reimburse it. You know, second one in the week here that we've heard out of South Korea. We heard CoinRail. Do I think this is what brought the Bitcoin price down? No. I mean, it's already being replaced. You hear about a hack every few days. I mean, this is getting to be more and more apparent. Same thing everyone's saying out here. You got to have a hardware wallet. Can't keep your money at the crypto exchanges. They're getting hacked. There's a reason they're getting hacked. That's because this stuff's going to have immense value in the future. And I mean, everyone's looking for an easy payday when they can go ahead and get one. They were saying that this situation kind of happened. They were going to be upgrading some hot wallets, and during the process of the hot wallets, someone got a hold of it, sent the funds out. It's looking like they went ahead, locked it down real quick. So all funds are suspended. I don't know if they're up and going yet. I don't use BitHub. I mean, I'm not in South Korea, so we're gonna have to wait and see what happens with that. But once again, another puff piece with some FUD coming out. All right, let me see. Let's do the smaller news, and then we'll do the EOS stuff. All right, we got June 24th. We're looking at Tron. All right, we're moving from the ERC20 tokens to the mainnet. So we're looking at a similar situation to what we just had happen with EOS. You know, a lot of people got a lot of FUD to say about Tron. You know, I don't know what's what with that one. That's one of the farthest ones in my mind from getting to actually take a look at and figure out what's what. Not looking to invest in it anyways. You know, was on the fence with EOS, and of course, you know how I am and very leery that I like to see things up and moving and working, and I never want to keep my currency on the exchange because of all the hacks and everything. So, I mean, we're talking here that we got like 30 different exchanges that'll be doing the swapping of the tokens for you. It seems like that's what they're kind of recommending at the moment to happen. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. All right, let's see what else we got. Well, we got Litecoin futures. I mean, we're looking at a UK-based crypto future trading platform, the same one that's offering the Ethereum futures. Let's see, what date do they got? We got June 22nd. They're going to be opening up some Litecoin futures. You know, a lot of people say that these are good. You know, we've seen that possibly people have talked about this actually being part of the manipulation of the price of Bitcoin. So time tells with these things. I mean, obviously people want these futures. People keep talking about it being a great avenue for, you know, hedge funds and large credited investors and everyone else to be able to get their hands on, you know, the underlying asset of the cryptocurrency. They're going ahead and making a prediction of $150 million invested in the first quarter. I mean, cryptocurrency market's growing. I don't know if that's necessarily the biggest number ever, but hey, it's a start, and a start is always a big plus. All right, so I need some coffee. So we got EOS, right? We're all debating on what's going on with that. I mean, they've seen some problems with the kickoff. People are saying that it's because they didn't have a test net. You know, we're seeing the plane is up. They're trying to fix it. And now we're seeing that they went and closed 7 accounts or frozen 7 accounts where they figure out what's going on. They were accounts that were linked with theft. They were phishing, scamming type accounts, you know, because you had to go and plug your ERC20 private keys in. So when some people had given up their private keys, you know, they were fished out of them due to the situation of the staking and it taking 72 hours to move your coins. Once these coins have gone in the process of moving, EOS has this governance system, and the governance system kind of kicked in, and they weren't sure what they wanted to do at first. And then about 24 hours before the coins were capable of moving, they went ahead and froze them. Let's see, what do I got? I got about $20,000, so that's really not a lot of money. I don't know. I mean, this is bad. This is good. I mean, this is the stuff that people were saying that they want, you know, like what we have with the banks and everything. It's just it's a confusing situation. I mean, if you want what the banks have, then, I mean, you're not going to beat the banks. You're not going to beat Visa. You're not going to beat MasterCard and PayPal with their buyer protection. You know, the point in the cryptocurrency is that, you know, it has an immutable blockchain that you can't roll it back. Once you send it, it's sent. And the downside of that is when you get phished and scammed and all these other things. But at the same time, I mean, yes, they're testing a new governance system. But hey, like we see a Lightning Network happening on Bitcoin, you can always build a second tier solution on top of Bitcoin, which has some sort of governance body that could take care of these, you know, scamming and phishing and double spending. Well, not double spending. I guess it would be all the fraudulent things you could do out there in cryptocurrency, like not necessarily sending people their product when they go ahead and buy it because it takes longer in the mail than what it does to send a cryptocurrency, like the escrow services. You know, it's a deterrent, but I mean, is it actually going to, is it going to bring down the value of EOS? No. I mean, it was here beforehand. I mean, people are going to be trying to FUD out EOS. They're going to be trying to throw up every red flag along the way. Yes, EOS is an altcoin. It is not Bitcoin. It is not going to do the same things that Bitcoin does. It's not going to have the same standards. That was part of the whole thing and why they went and made it, right? Everyone keeps looking at Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is its own thing. And all of these altcoins are something different. So whenever you go and you compare, these altcoins to Bitcoins, it's comparing apples and oranges. They're not the same exact thing. All these altcoins are made in different ways to explore different ideals and different avenues of governance and, blockchain and hashing and mining and all these other different things that they keep changing about between all these different altcoins. And it's a test. It's a test to see what society is going to accept, what society wants, what society needs. And then when we find the amazing ones, they get boosted in value, they get adopted. And then personally, I believe that these traits will then fall back to Bitcoin and run as second tier solutions on top of Bitcoin. But personal opinion and not financial advice for anybody. Okay, well, I told you guys Samantha wasn't here, but I guess I'll take a look at the chat. I see it's filling up. All right. Good morning, Eugene. Could you quickly explain what a faucet is and how it works? Thanks. All right. Yes, a faucet. I got a couple listed down below for a few different cryptocurrencies, ones that actually pay. So, of course, when you're looking for faucets, be careful because a lot of them are fake out there as well. A faucet, they do advertising. All these pop-ups happen. You can't have an ad blocker on. They got all these commercials running on the side. Don't click on nothing on the side. Don't click on any of the commercials. I mean, 90% of them are scams. But what you do is, you do a little puzzle or something like that to make sure that you're a human, and it gives you a tiny bit of Bitcoin or whatever cryptocurrency the faucet is. Usually they have a minimum for withdrawal. Personally, I only have two that I use a lot, the free Bitcoins and the free Dogecoin. I have my web browser, so it pops up every time I open up my browser. You can do it once an hour so that you're not ripping them off, because of course they're making money off you. They're making more in commercials than what they're giving you in Bitcoin. I think right now they're giving some small 17 Satoshis or something. You're getting a fraction of a Doge. The one that I use actually has a little wheel because you can win a lot. There's also lottery tickets and multiplayer games in the background, which I do not recommend because I've never won. As soon as I get a bunch of money, it takes it away. But you go ahead and you collect a small bit of cryptocurrency, and then once you reach your threshold, then you can go ahead and move it out to your hardware wallet, right? And it's free cryptocurrency. It's easy to collect. It adds up over time. I mean, I know that when I started off with faucets in this, they were giving out 500 Satoshis every hour, and now that we're looking at 1,500 Satoshis for $1, that means they were giving me $1 every 3 hours if I went ahead and collected it. Right. So who knows what 17 Satoshis in the future could be? I mean, as some of these predicted Bitcoin prices, it could be $1. You could be collecting $17 an hour by just clicking on a faucet. All right. Let's see. What else we got going on? Good morning. All right. Yep. Send an email to you, and I am in Florida and would like to touch base. Okay. I will write you back. Nordic Giant. Morning, buddy. Thanks for joining me. With so much potential in Tron, why do you believe people are slow to get their coins? A lot of FUD. I mean, I just heard a lot of negative publicity about Tron when they kind of first came out. Everyone was saying that it wasn't going to work, that it had bad coding, that it was manipulation. I heard actually so much about it that it did kind of deter me from actually digging deeper into the project. As you're saying this, I don't think I've actually dug deep enough to really know all that much about what Tron is doing in the background and what the main purposes of it are. So I might take a look at that later on today if I find some free time. With Tezos ever release, it seems the only one making money are lawyers. Any news? You keep asking this. I mean, I keep seeing links and sending stuff. I mean, there were some dates that were projected. I mean, that's one of the bad things about investing in ICOs. I mean, they are tied up in courts due to the fact of the split between the two heads there. Hopefully it works itself out. But I did hear, and I mean, you can easily Google search it. There was stuff about test nets and main nets coming out towards the end of this month, beginning of next month, I think it was. Every time the market gets rolling, we get a hack. Yep, I've noticed that too. But except for the fact that they use this as FUD to bring down the market, I don't know if that's actually true or not. they're covering it. So, I mean, why does anybody care that they got hacked? It's just like bad business. It's like, do I care if Walmart got robbed last night? If I'm going to go run in there and buy my dog food and groceries today? No, I don't care. That's Walmart's problem. Just like BitHum, that's their problem. You know, it's part of what the chance you take by running a business. All right, you guys. So if you like everything that's happening here on Bitcoin and Coffee, I need you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there because these numbers are slowly trickling upwards, and that is a plus. If you can, hit that notification button. Been trying to get out here and do these live streams at 9:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. Keep it consistent so you can go ahead and figure out what you got to do to go ahead and get in here. I've been trying to be very interactive and get the chat going. I am not as good at reading the chat and all of that kind of stuff as Samantha is, so she joins me when she's not here at work. As always, I got all kinds of tools, affiliation codes, and links down below. I got faucet links for quite a few different cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin and Doge are the easy ones right off the top. I think there's one down there for Ripple and all these other ones. As always, though, my email address is the best tool I have. It's the main reason I'm out here. It's the main thing I got to help you out. It's eugeneforest20@gmail.com. Go ahead, shoot me those emails. Ask me your questions. Let's see if I can't help figure it out for you. Let me see. What else do I got? I got donational addresses. If you got that extra crypto, come on over to Steam, upvote my post, comment down below. I'll be giving you a full upvote. But as always, you guys, remember to keep that Bitcoin safe. Another amazing day.